Welcome back to Venezuela Weekly, today with important developments following the highly anticipated meeting between President Donald Trump and María Corina Machado at the White House. The closed-door lunch offered an opportunity to directly speak on priorities and expectations, with the White House saying ahead of the meeting that President Trump was expecting a frank and positive discussion about what is taking place in Venezuela. This meeting is an important step because it signals that even as Washington engaged tactically with actors within the regime, the United States continues to recognize the importance of the Machado-led democratic movement. Just this Wednesday, President Trump confirmed he had a call with Venezuela's acting president, Delcy Rodríguez, with both sides separately describing the conversation as positive. Trump said the two discussed oil, minerals, trade, and security as the United States works to, quote, help Venezuela stabilize and recover, end quote. Our take remains that the Trump administration is making what it sees as a strategic bet on Rodríguez. At the same time, the relevance of the Machado-led opposition remains clear, as underscored by today's White House meeting. As our experts have written, the United States should continue laying the conditions for free and fair elections so Venezuelans ultimately choose their next leader. And the administration must also set clear, enforceable benchmarks for Rodríguez on the economy, security, and foreign influence during this interim phase. In other developments, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told Reuters that additional sanctions on Venezuela could be lifted as early as next week to allow oil sales. Any such movement would likely be calibrated to test cooperation on the ground while preserving leverage should commitments not be met. And finally, as of Wednesday at 1:50 p.m. local time in Venezuela, the human rights group Foro Penal confirmed that 72 political prisoners had been released, while criticizing the lack of government transparency around their releases. Venezuela's government disputed that count, reporting a much higher figure of 400. The gap highlights a core concern. Prisoner releases will only build confidence if they are verifiable, sustained, and paired with an end to new arbitrary detentions. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week.